Today, our new season begins with an NFC South matchup between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. Set to go, Young Wei Koo ready to do the honors. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? Go.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now back to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. We know turnover margin always key, going to be really key in this one. And to force an opening drive turnover, that's huge.
It is, and you know something? There's one coach on every team that weighs in at the worst possible time, right? And this is bad. He just fumbled the football. Can't you just hear him right now? Son, you messed it up for everyone on that one. Messed up our offense, and now you put our defense in a bad spot.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back over the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Algier will try to pick it up. The pick up there, 5 yards. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw. Throwing, completing, quick to Calvin Ridley. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
He's got the hook up to Lazard. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that will bring up second down.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnosed perfectly there.
Back to throw again.
And if you look at the next-gen stats,
touchdown! Kyle Pitts from 10 yards out.
And the Falcons are on the board here first in the season opener.
Now for the point after. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good.
Makes the score Falcons 7, Panthers 9.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. The Jets have scored again, so they open up a 2-touchdown advantage. We'll bring you updates all year, and the party just getting started here in Week 1 of the NFL season. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in Week 1.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
He'll decide to keep this once more.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Go, Reed, go!
They're going to look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll drop to throw. And he's got his big tight end here.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Von Bell.
And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Starting the drive with Algier.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
2nd and 10.
Black shot. Wait.
He'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Jenkins. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd down, here's Algier.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
Rolling to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
This one into the hands of Pitts.
20. Touchdown, Falcons.
Kyle Pitts
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Falcons are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it. I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Let's go now.
This offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Falcons are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
On 2nd, here's Algier.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Pass passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Set.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Mega. 52 blaster.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. He's got a man, complete. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 47 yards.
Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. On 1st and 10, it's Algier.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Here we go on 2nd and 12.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got never even had a chance.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 16 yards on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends.
Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
They gain nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge. Their D-line surge leading to 4th.
They'll run it with Elliott. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Up the middle, here's Elliott.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
Hey, check that. Back in 60. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. Broncos. 7 Pirates. Ready.
Back to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Come on,
3 yards remain for 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Again to Calvin Ridley, and he's got it once more. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Watch it. 6. Red, cycle. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he's got some space here. Touchdown. Russell Gage as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons are able to add on to their first half lead.